Hello, my name is Dr. Ian Church, and I'm a research fellow here at the University of Edinburgh. Thanks to generous support from the John Templeton Foundation, I'm here to tell you about a new, massive, open online course, or MOOC, we're hosting here at the Aiden Research Center, called Intellectual Humility, Theory, Science, and Practice. Intellectual humility is incredibly important. Often when faced with difficult questions, people are prone to dismiss and marginalize dissent. Political and moral disagreements can be incredibly polarizing and sometimes even dangerous. And whether it's Christian fundamentalism, Islamic extremism, or militant atheism, religious dialogue remains tinted by a terrifying and dehumanizing arrogance, dogma, and ignorance. But what is intellectual humility? And how do we develop such a virtue? And why does intellectual arrogance seem so very prevalent in the world today? These are big, important questions. And thankfully, over the past several years, a growing number of psychologists, philosophers, theologians, and educationalists have been wrestling with these questions, and some have even suggested some big, important answers. The Intellectual Humility MOOC consists of 3 miniature courses, or mini MOOCs, organized around the big questions about intellectual humility. The first mini MOOC focuses on the nature or theory of intellectual humility. The big questions it will consider are, what is intellectual humility, and why should we care? What is an intellectual virtue? And how do we know who's intellectually humble? The second mini MOOC focuses on the science of intellectual humility. And the big questions it will focus on are, how do we become intellectually humble? What can cognition tell us about intellectual humility? Are some people born humble? And how do emotions affect our ability to be humble? And the third mini MOOC focuses on the application of intellectual humility. The big questions to be considered here are, can we trust what we hear? How should we handle disagreement? And what does intellectual humility tell us about religion? For each lecture, a leading scientist, philosopher, theologian, or educationalist will showcase cutting-edge research and highlight some possible answers to these big, important questions. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at www.aiden.org. Students are welcome to take either individual mini MOOCs or complete all 3 mini MOOCs for the intellectual humility specialization. And, somewhat ironically, students who earn the specialization can receive a certificate that shows off their expertise in intellectual humility. Once you sign up for the course, we'll be in touch with more information about the course structure and format. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you all when the course begins.